talk putters. Stop letting hand pain keep you from the things you love. Painting, gardening, golf, writing, whatever matters to you, you shouldn't have to give it up. Grip-Z is a simple, ergonomic grip attachment designed for people with hand osteoarthritis, tremor, numbness, missing fingers, or other fine pinch challenges. Slide it onto any narrow-handled tool, a fork, paintbrush, pen, knitting needle, golf club, and you're back in action. Here's why it works. Narrow handles force your thumb and fingers to pinch, stressing your joints and aggravating pain. Grip-Z gently repositions your thumb into what therapists call palmar abduction, away from the palm and into the natural C position, reducing muscular strain and letting you move with confidence instead of pain. No complicated setup, no learning curve, just slide it on and go.
All right, so how's it feel?
Feels pretty good. I think strange is the first word that comes to mind, the feeling, but the kind of action of putting gets simplified, and it's great. I think great training aid to again immobilize the hands and wrists and just focus on like keeping that solid triangle like from shoulders down and just working like a really solid pendulum feel.
This Sher-Hold device for putters is a brilliant idea. Golfers are trying all kinds of grips now to stabilize the head of the putter and keep it from transitioning forward or transitioning backwards. Many of them are using something called a claw grip, where they're wrapping their hands physically around the grip. Some people are using one finger to try to stabilize it, and some people are using cross arm to try to stabilize it. What the Sher-Hold device does is, by being able to move these Sher-Hold devices wherever you want depending on the length of your arms, you can grip and stabilize the putter without having all these extraneous ways of holding it.
Pretty interchangeable. I think claw, there's a lot of different grips that you can practice. Left hand low. I think claw grip is kind of feels a little bit different than what I'd feel like on a normal putting grip. But I think that's all kind of like in the design. Pretty solid.
Controlling the putter using the Sher-Hold device is simple. This is very simple. I can feel more control over the head of the putter than I do with my standard putter because I'm holding it in two key places. I get really good balance and response. This allows me to control the head right off the bat without a lot of extra work. The most important part is that the golf ball comes off the club face straight. Golf balls come off straight from the club face. That's what I wanted it to do. With the Sher-Hold, there's no effort involved in this at all. I'm not trying to force my arm to keep this club from turning.
The claw grip, does that give you more control over the head of the putter?
Yeah, I think it just kind of, it's just based on feel, and a lot of different players are into different things, and it more or less kind of does a similar thing where your wrist isn't really involved in it. So I think you can still practice doing that grip.
Controlling the putter using the Sher-Hold device is simple. This is very simple. I can feel more control over the head of the putter than I do with my standard putter. Because I'm holding it in two key places, I get really good balance and response. This allows me to control the head right off the bat without a lot of extra work. So the most important part is that the golf ball comes off the club face straight. Golf balls come off straight from the club face. That's what I wanted it to do. With the Sher-Hold, there's literally no effort involved in this at all. I'm not trying to force my arm to keep this club from turning.
So everyone's arms are different lengths. So being able to adjust the two Sher-Hold devices along the shaft gives you a lot of flexibility. The friction is honestly perfect the way it is. You can slide the Sher-Hold devices to your desired positions and lock in. Not too soft and not too hard. The Sher-Hold device is perfect for golfers with hand problems. Think of people who have arthritic hands and can't grip tightly. With the Sher-Hold, they don't have to grip tightly.
The great thing about the Sher-Hold for putting is that I don't need to squeeze it. Squeezing requires strength, and if you have arthritic fingers, you don't have the strength to grip tightly to control the putter. With the Sher-Hold, all I need to do is put my hands around it. It's almost like holding a baseball. I don't need to do anything to hold it in place, which makes controlling the head so much easier.